Hello.
Hello, Dan. Uh, Welcome back to a Villa View live reaction to team news and predictions. It's going to be a quick 20-minute video or so. Hello, Dan. And we're going to be basically going through the team news as it comes in, as we are expecting in the next few minutes or so. And we want to get your reactions as well, so make sure you drop us a comment below and tweeting us in at the Villa View _, with all your comments. So, Dan, what are you hopeful for? Because obviously there's going to be no Tishibola today and there's no Gusted.
We're a bit light in central midfield, so I'd imagine that Gardner will probably play. I'm not sure whether that's a good thing or not, because I don't think his distribution's been the best when he has played. And obviously Gusted is a miss at the moment as well, because I don't think Kozak looked great when he came on last week. I don't think he's fully match fit at all. Probably needs some under 23 games under his belt before he's playing in the first team. But I still think we should have enough to beat Bristol today, but much does depend on the selection. I suppose it depends on whether Jedinak is going to be thrown straight in and Dilat's going to be thrown straight in. But yeah, I'm hopeful that we can get 3 points definitely.
I'm quite hopeful as well because I've just read as well that Jonathan Codger is set to join Derby County in a club record deal in the next 24 hours, so he won't be playing for Bristol today. It'd be
Oh,
a
really?
huge miss for them today as well. But I think their main threat will be Tammy Abraham, Chelsea guy on loan, scored two so far this season, but he's absolutely lethal. Pacey, over 6 foot, he's a decent striker. I think one that we've got to keep an eye on today. Team news is in as well, and it is as I was sort of expecting it. I don't know about you. I'll read it to you and I'll get your reaction. Delate, well, Gleany, Delate, Elphick, Chester, Sissoko, Jedinak, Westwood, Grealish, Bakuna, McCormack, Ayew.
Quite happy, yeah, quite happy with
Spot
that.
on. I think that's spot on. I don't think we could have got that any better,
No, it's a good
personally.
team. I'm not sure about. I'm not a fan of Bakuna in midfield, to be honest. I think he's a lot better at right back than he is in midfield. I think sometimes he can be a bit anonymous in midfield, but he's been good so far this season, so I'll give him a fair crack of the whip.
I'm looking at the bench as well. We've got Bunn, Baker, Kozak, Green, Hutton, Gardner, and Marvey. There's still one. There's three defenders on the bench still. Do you think that's a bit excessive, maybe, or is it just does it highlight the fact we need to get a striker in and, of course, a bit extra?
I think it is a bit excessive, but then I can't think of anyone who should be on that bench other than maybe Hepburn Murphy. He doesn't seem to have been involved so far with the first team. I'd probably have him on the bench as an option if we're chasing a game and we need an injection of pace. I mean, there's not much on there that you think if things aren't going well, he's going to
Yeah.
come on and change it. I mean, if you want to lose the game, you can throw Alan Hutton on, but there isn't much else going on that bench. To be fair,
Yeah. I'm just going to try and find the Bristol lineup to see how they're lined up. Obviously, we are expecting not to see um, Jonathan Codger, who will be a big miss, and I'm quite surprised he is going, actually. Does anyone else stand for you? Obviously, we're not the best experts about Bristol. They are lining up with as follows: Richard O'Donnell, Mark Little, Joe Bryan, Adam Flint, Gary O'Neill, Tammy Abraham, Lee Tomlin, Goldborn, Reed, Freeman, and Magnuson.
I know about three of those players.
Yeah,
To be fair, Tomlin's a good championship level player, isn't he? He's done well at Middlesbrough in the
yeah,
past. Did he play for Middlesbrough? I made that up.
yes, yeah,
Did he
yeah. He
play?
did last season, I think it was.
He went to Bournemouth, didn't he? And didn't really get a fair crack of the whip there. I don't know why I keep using that phrase. But yeah, we should have enough to beat these today, especially if we play as we have been. I mean, we do need to be more clinical, but there's nothing in that Bristol team that particularly worries me too much. It's probably a dangerous thing to say, as we'll probably go there and get smashed now. But there's nothing there that particularly concerns me. We should have too much for Bristol today, hopefully.
Yeah, I think that as they are missing somebody like Codger as well, that's a huge gap in their up front force that they've got. So that'd be a big test for them to see. Looking back at their previous results, they've lost the past two games 1-0, both to Norwich and Newcastle United. So that's their third game against a relegated side in a row. So hopes and expectations, prediction wise,
Ooh, one nil Villa.
1-0. I'll take
Yeah,
that. I'm thinking 2-0, but I do think we're actually going to smash somebody soon, where it's going to be 4 or 5-0.
I'm not sure it'll be away from home.
No, I don't think it will be. But to be fair, you never know.
No, 1-0 I'd charge. I feel a lot more comfortable with us defensively at the moment. I mean, much depends on how Dilat's going to slot into that back line, but I think we've looked pretty comfortable at the back as the only two goals we've really conceded have been errors or unlucky, whichever way you look at it. So we've not been like we've not looked dodgy at the back at all compared to last season. So I'd expect us to keep plenty more clean sheets, and hopefully we'll keep one today.
Yeah, I think there's plenty of positives going into that lineup. Get your predictions down below in the comments. We will read them out as well. So today, who are you looking at to shine? Grealish, AU, McCormack, or Jednak to immediately put his stamp and do some good work in midfield by setting up a goal or two?
I think, well, I don't think Jednak will be setting up too many goals. I was speaking to someone at work who supports Crystal Palace the other day, and he said Yednak's passing is atrocious. He says it's
Yeah,
really,
I've read that
really,
as well.
really
Yeah,
bad, but his tackling is apparently superb. So hopefully, as long as he can make 2 yard passes, we'll be okay. He can pass the ball on to Westwood, and Westwood can get the game moving. I think today, I think McCormack's getting better the fitter that he's getting, the more match fit he is, because I don't think he had much of a pre-season, and at the start you could see that he wasn't really match fit. But I think now as he's getting more match fit, he's going to come to the fore more for us, and I've been impressed with him. And I think I read a stat that he's created the most chances in the championship so far. I mean, it'll be a bit different for him today. I mean, it depends whether he's got AU alongside him or whether Grealish is playing off him and AU staying wide. But I think he'll do some damage today. I think he'll be our match winner.
Who are you? Or McCormack?
No, McCormack. I think
McCormack,
McCormack will be our match winner.
I'm just looking at last season. McCormack actually scored versus Bristol City in both games. So
it's a good omen.
Good omen, yeah. Good positive there. Oh, sorry, no, they didn't. He scored in the one game. But still, good omen there that he scored last season. Well, it was away from home that he scored, so that's positive. So we never know. We could actually get something out of it, I think.
Definitely, we've definitely got a chance.
I think without somebody like Codger as well, I think there's a big gap there. Not to forget, though, if we can handle Abraham, I think that if we can keep handling with him, with Chester and Elphick, I think we've got a really good chance, because I don't think they've got much else. Tomlin's possibly one of the slowest players in the league, so that shouldn't be too much of a worry pace-wise.
No, but he's got ability. He's got good technique. I've seen him score some good goals in the past. But as I say, I think we're quite comfortable at the back at the moment. I'm not too worried about what other teams can do to us. I'm more worried whether we can find that clinical edge to go with the good play that we've had over the last few games. That's the thing that concerns me the most. We need to be more clinical. You saw in the first half against Derby, we didn't necessarily take our chances, and then we could have ended up losing that game. The Huddersfield game, we dominated in the first half, only scored one, and then Huddersfield obviously had the better of the second half and got a goal through a mistake. But if we can be more clinical, I reckon we'll see off most teams.
Yeah, hopefully so, and hopefully it's a big performance. So let's go to some of the questions that we have got. One of the main ones that's just stood out to me is the fact that yesterday the doctor tweeted saying we were near to an attacking midfield and a winger/winger. Prediction on who this could possibly be. I honestly don't have a clue.
Oh, I don't either. There's not even like there's been anything in the press about an attacking midfielder stroke winger coming in. There hasn't even been any rumours. I mean, with all the other ones, there's been a few rumours about who it might be. With this, it's literally nothing. I saw someone on Twitter speculating that it might be Ashley Young earlier, but I don't think Ashley Young will be dropping down to the Championship to come and join us. No. I'd like him to, because he'd do very well in the league, but it won't be him. I literally have absolutely no ideas.
Jordan Much, and that's about it as winger.
He's not really a winger, is he?
I don't really know.
He can play there, but he's not a winger. He's a good. He'd be a good player in the Championship. But he's more of a central midfielder. I don't see him coming in as a number 10/winger at all. I can't even think of anyone who I'd like.
No, I can't.
In all honesty, the description of him being a winger stroke number 10 has thrown me. If it was an out-and-out winger or something, I might have more of an idea, but
he mentioned the loan as well, didn't he?
Yeah, I mean, apparently Okore's going, isn't he?
Yeah, Okore's meant to be going today to Copenhagen.
So
is Mick Richards on the bench?
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, he's off to Trabzonspor apparently in the next 24 hours as well.
Really?
Apparently, yes. According to Turkish press, Mick Richards is off to Trabzonspor on loan for a season. As when Jose Correa is signing permanently in Copenhagen for, obviously, in Denmark for Copenhagen in the next 24 hours as well. Leaving us a bit lightweight at the back.
Yeah, we're in the centre back.
A lot more business as well before the window shuts.
Maybe the centre back's a loan. Maybe we're looking for a loan centre back for the season.
It's got to be someone.
Yeah, we can't go in with Baker, Chester, and Elphick, especially with Baker's injury record.
Yeah.
We definitely, I'd say you need probably five centre backs. I was surprised to see Toner go on loan, although albeit short term. But we definitely need more.
We do, yeah. We need something more. I don't quite know who. This winger thing's puzzled me. I can't think of anyone that's available as well that I've seen that's been linked with other sides even. It's got to be somebody from Chelsea on loan or someone like that.
I don't know. The only
They've got
person I can think
Chelsea
of.
have got Lucas Pies on. Maybe it's him.
Yeah, I mean, obviously Di Matteo's got the Chelsea link, so you'd expect there to maybe be something brewing with Chelsea. That's why I thought we'd end up with Bamford. But the only player I can think of, and it's probably I'm not sure if he's been playing too much for Palace, is Saka.
Oh yeah,
He's
yeah.
obviously done stuff in the Championship. If they're selling Zaha and they've sold Balassi, I can't see them letting another wide player go. But he's the only one that particularly springs to mind for me. Someone who's in the Premier League.
Another suggestion's been Dominic Solanke on loan from Chelsea, which again would be a good signing on loan.
He's a striker, isn't he?
Yeah, he is. Yeah, but then apparently the striker's world class.
It's like, no, I don't think it. I'd rather play Russian Hepburn Murphy than getting a young, promising striker like that because you're going to be holding Hepburn Murphy back to develop someone else's player. I'd rather, if we're not going to go and sign a experience, not experience, like world class, although I'm sure they won't be world class striker, then I'd rather we developed Russian Hepburn Murphy than get someone like Solanke on loan.
Yeah, I agree. So a few more questions have come in now. How long do you reckon it'll be till Marvin comes back? I think, as you touched on before, Dan, and after the international break, we'll maybe see him back.
Yeah, I do still think he's going to be used mainly as a winger when he does play, and maybe he's an option on the wing off the bench today because he's got good feet, he's quick, he can deliver a cross, so he's no problem him playing on the wing. And I actually think Sissoko's been quite good so far this season, but obviously we need two left backs. Bennett's gone out to Cardiff, but yeah, Amavi will come in at some point, and I imagine there'll be some games against more difficult opposition where Sissoko will probably play left back. And then against the teams, especially at home, where we're expected to play on the front foot, Amavi will play.
Yeah. So, read out some of these predictions. X Shots has said 1-0 through an Elphick goal. Tyler Bell's thinking 2-1 Villa. Lewis Wickham 1-0 through McCormack. Oliver Green 2-0 Villa. 2-0 Villa from Cami Gaming. Mohamed Yusuf 3-0 Villa. McCormack hat-trick. Adam Kaznar, Grealish and Nave to score 2-0. So, overall, a lot of positivity there.
I don't think there's going to be too many predictions coming in predicting a Bristol City win. Is there? To be fair,
no.
We should win today. If we keep up the level that we've been playing at, I think we'll win today. I'm confident.
Yeah. Somebody just said you look like you just got out of bed.
Me?
I don't know if that's me or you because my hair's an absolute mess. I don't know if it's you because you're hungover.
I'm big time hungover. I'm not in a good state today. I'm unprofessional, hungover, and I was on last minute as well. Coming on unorganised, and I'm half watching the football, so I'm all over the place.
So overall, the overriding consensus is from this team news. It's a good side, and we're looking forward to hopefully getting another 3 points on the board and pushing up the table from there.
It's not often people are happy with the team selection, to be fair, so that's a good sign that people seem to be in agreement that that's the right kind of team selection.
I think the only worry is our bench is weak.
Hopefully we won't need to use it. I'd hope.
I think, yeah, it could be the case, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Tomorrow, apparently, the announcement will be about our signings, potentially. Zar will know tomorrow night. Shah, sorry, will know tomorrow night. So we're bound to know tomorrow night if he knows.
If he knows, we'll be finding out. He likes to keep us informed with what's going on.
Just on a quick note, what do you make of the Joe Bennett situation? You were drunk last night, so you probably didn't see the hoop.
I've seen it this morning. I've caught up this morning. I don't know. Sometimes it's difficult to understand what Tsar means. A bit. You don't sometimes not sure exactly what he's talking about. Yeah. Obviously, his English is better than my. Is it
Mandarin.
That's the one I was looking for. And he said meridian. I'm all over the place. So I don't know. Bennett has seemed to have backtracked a bit over what he was saying, but I think it was quite obvious who he was talking about.
Oh yeah, it's plainly obvious, I think, personally. But
I kind of see what he was getting at. Obviously, I think he wanted to go to Sheffield Wednesday, didn't he? And he wasn't allowed, and he got messed around a bit. And now he's ended up at Cardiff, which probably isn't the ideal move that he wanted. But at least fair play to him. At least he's going to go and play football somewhere he's not happy just sitting in the reserves. But yeah, it's one of them things, isn't it? Obviously, if your owner's all over Twitter like he is, then there's gonna be some people who disagree with stuff he's doing and stuff he's saying. It's the nature of what he's doing.
Yeah, I agree. So finally now, got to plug the competition. If you haven't already seen the video, there is a competition at the moment for our 3,000 subscribers milestone with a classic football shirts.co.uk competition. You can win yourself £30 to spend on there, some classic Villa shirts and also classic England shirts, whatever else you want to look at on there. We'll drop a link in the description, also in the comments, so you can go and know how to enter the competition. All you need to do is be a subscriber to the Villa View, and you can enter the competition. There's also a link as well, so you can get 10% off classic football shirts.co.uk. With that 10%, we take a commission from that. We're not going to go out on the lash, as you may think, with that money that we'll make. We're going to use it to reinvest, so we can be going to games like Bristol City today, which unfortunately we can't do at the moment due to our budget. But hopefully in the future, with enough of you backing us, we can be at games like Bristol in the future.
I'm not going on the lash ever again, anyway. even if we did have the money for it.
So that is all for our predictions today. Make sure you tweet in the Villa View _today throughout the game and your thoughts on the game and everything else that goes with it. Drop us a like below and make sure you enter in the competition. Thanks for joining us today, as I'm going to say.
No problem. Ever the professional.
So make sure you're going over to the competition draw. Go and check that out. Go and check it out now. That's open to any fan. There's so many options on that website. I could spend easily £250 plus. I know Dan spent a load of money on there already on different bits and pieces. Yeah. So go and check it all out. That is all for our Villa View preview ahead of the Bristol City game today.